And welcome everyone to a Scouts of Entertainment Reforged replay 5v3 at Tol Folas. Now before we get started, I'd like to thank the Trumpster, Pimp, and Tommy Wiseau for sending me this replay. They all sent it to me together. Now in no particular order, I just chose it to show from, I think, Tommy Wiseau's perspective. I just put names into a hat essentially and just drew it out, and Tommy was the lucky winner. So well done, Tommy. Before we get started, if you'd like to send me through other Reforged replays like this, there are now links displayed on your screen and also in the description below. I'll also put a link to Scouts Reconnaissance Discord where you can join our community and post your replays there, and also post your own YouTube videos as well. I have a self-promotion area for other YouTubers. I also have a PayPal option, Subscribestar, Patreon, or Streamlabs donation link if you like to support my work. It does really help the channel. But if those aren't options for you, please remember to smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, tick that bell for notifications, and leave your own thoughts about this battle in the comment section below, as it is just as valuable to me. And with that, let's jump in. So, we've got Dorwini in here. He's one of 5 attackers Tommy is today. We have some Nandor Glade Guard here. We've also got some Evelyn Infantry. We got the dreaded Evelyn Hammer Guard now. Nandor Glade Guard. We got a lot of infantry here. 3 more units, in fact. Oh, this is a little bit strange here. He's got infantry, Vine Guard. Hang on. We've got infantry here. 2 units of Vine Guard, 1 unit of infantry, and then Nandor Glade Guard. More infantry on the end. So he's got about 4 units of infantry that we've seen so far. Yep. We've got Evelyn Marksman here, 3 units. We've got 2 units of Seldon River Patrol. My mouth keeps sort of mumbling a little bit as I try to say it. Seldon River Patrol. I just got to slow it down when I say it. We've got 2 units of Moquindi Bows. And that's all I can see there for him. We've got his ally next, Umbar, commanded by the Trumpster. We've got some Belaga Pikemen here. Belaga Footmen, more Pikemen. We've got 2 units of Belaga Axe Guard. Some Corsair Crossbows, maybe 2 units. We've got a few units here of a Coronas Legion. I'll look out for the Harbingers of Casimir. We've got some Belaga Shield Bearers. And Casimir's Rangers. There's the Harbingers of Casimir. We saw them before, sorry, just now. Looks like we've got some Naru Sentinels, I think. I'll keep an eye out for the Royal Guard. He might have them, he might not. And we'll move on. And the next attacker is Orcs of the Misty Mountains, commanded by Pimp. So they're all on the same side, they're all on the same team, which is interesting. We've got some Heavy Goblin Halberds here. We've got 3 units here of Uruk Hosts. We've got 3 units of Heavy Goblin Spears. We've got Heavy Goblin Crossbows, Black Uruks of the Mountains, Goblin King's Bodyguard, more Black Uruks, Cave Troll Drummers, Drake Broodlings, and Heavy Goblin Halberds. And we've got the Realm of Lotharian here, commanded by Gothmog. We've got some Riders of the Golden Wood, some Woodland Protectors here, 2 units, 2 units of March Wardens, 2 units of Lauren Archers, Watchers of the Golden Wood, Kindred of the Caliborn, Lauren Swordmasters, 2 units there. There's 3 units of Snow, 2 units of Blazes of the Wood, and 2 units of Spears of the Wood, and Lauren Warriors. But we have the almighty line here of missile power right here. You won't find too much better in any of the Reforged rosters. He's got javelins, he's got all the arrows, sorry, all the archer units of Lotharian. A lot of firepower here. He's not messing around. The defenders have their work cut out for themselves. Next we have Calm, commanded by Firewolf. What a name. We've got some Variag Warriors here, 2 units. We've got Nomadic Axemen, 3 units. We've got Nurad Halberds, sorry. We've got some Variag Bowmen here, 2 units. And maybe 2 units of Nomadic Marauders. Good Javelin unit. I like to use these guys whenever I bring Khan. We've got some Nomadic Infantry. We've got some Brotherhood of the Spear. I think we've got 2 units here of Nurad Footmen. Some Brotherhood of the Sword. Brotherhood of the Axe. And Nurad Storm Guard. So, and Brotherhood of the Shadows as well. So, pretty much brought all the Brotherhoods here, actually. So we've got the Axe, we've got the Sword, we've got the Shadows. I think we saw Brotherhood of the Spear before. The only thing he hasn't brought is the Brotherhood of the Lance and Brotherhood of the Bow. So you let me down there, Fire. But then again, I think I would have scratched my head a little bit if you brought all the Brotherhood Cav. That would have been a little bit funny. I think it's even funny to see Riders of the Golden Wood here, because after he uses their ammunition, it pretty much will be useless. But let's have a look at the defenders today. Okay, in the city, we've got M. Ladris. I know somebody's going to be happy with that. We got some Elder Enemy Lancers, Elder Enemy Swordmasters. We got Marunine River Wards, some Silver Swords of Rivendell, sorry. We've got some Mattis Guardians. These guys here, are they armored up today? They look like they're armored up today. We got some LDME archers. Sentries are Khazad, not sentries. A matter of sentries. I was going to say Khazad-dûm. Jeez, that was big. That's just weird. Imladris, sorry, is commanded by Living Saint Clix. He's got 2 units actually of LDME Lancers. And Norentina Warriors I saw before. I'll keep an eye out for, I think we've got Guaithe Arthane embedded in there. Guaithe Marine Day, and I'll keep my eye out for. And that's all I can really see there. Just, I think I've pulled out all the other units. He might have LDME Swordmasters, but that's the only unit I think I've missed. Oh, he might have some God Helm, but again, can't see them. Next we have Numenor, commanded by Panther. We've got 2 units of Numenor in Vanguard. The thing is, you only got a short window to use any cavalry on the siege map, so you know, it's definitely a new way to play sieges. We'll see whether or not it works. We've got some Numenor in Shield Guard here, some Numenor in Cohort. We've got some Seafarers here, 2 units, good Javelin unit. We've got some more Numenor in Cohort, I think 2 units here. No, actually it's just the one spread out. 2 units there total, yeah. We also got some Hearthguard of Amansul. We've got Cardinal here, the last defender, commanded by Awesome Boss Death. Next we have some Numenor in Shield Guard here. I think it's just the 1 unit spread out. We've got a Trebuchet here, commanded by Numenor. We've got Naru no Royal Guard. I think we've got more Seafarers down here. Some Adunium Shadowbows I saw before. Steel Bows here, maybe 2 units. Some Royal Legion of Amenelos. Pharazim Swordmasters, which I'm told is like the best sword unit in the game. The stats apparently do support that. Next, although they might be the best sword unit in the game, they've still got to worry about missiles like arrows, javelins, axe throws. I mean, the best unit in the game can still be slaughtered if they're put into the wrong place at the wrong time. So you know, be careful with all your units, guys. Next, we have some Minotaur Gatekeepers. 3 units of these guys, in fact. Wow. Okay. We've got Minhir Sharpshooters, again 3 units, so Awesome's brought a lot of firepower here. It's probably cost him, well, it's cost him a ton of money. It could actually affect the size of his army here. It affect his ability to bring spears, swords, and maybe pike units. We've got Wardens of Turn Gothad, looks like 2 units there. Mercenary Guildsmen, Men at Arms, just a mixture of them right here. We got more Mercenary Guildsmen. I'm looking for Tharbad Warhammers, Dunai Captains, that kind of thing. Oh, here they are. Dunai Captains and Tharbad Warhammers right there. I just had to be patient. And that's all I can see there. So, yeah, a bit interesting there. We'll see how it goes. But for now, let's get the siege started. Enjoy. Now, we will do a small cut. I think it will be a small cut, as we do have Cav in play here. The defenders just had the Riders of the Golden Wood, which are valuable. They will hurt the defenders' Cav when they do sally out, but the defenders have got to get their Cav moving. They've got to use it now, or they won't be able to use it later. Okay, guys, we've got the Trebuchet firing. I don't think we'll keep up with it. Oh, that just missed. Okay, they're going after the Watchers of the Golden Wood, which are bunched up here. Trebuchet just was a little bit shy here with the Kindred of Celebrawn. Going for the General. Well, actually, I think he was just going for the Watchers, but still. Trebuchet could have easily got the General there. And what's even interesting is even more interesting, is that Gothmog hasn't moved at all. Trebuchet is still firing. He's going to try and go again. Oh no, he switched targets. Yeah, this is a little weird here that Gothmog isn't getting his troops into loose formation to deter the Trebuchet shots. We've got Riders of the Golden Wood here, I think, on the hill, looking to sort of pepper the Trebuchet crew. It is the intention. Let's see well he can do it. I think he can. I've seen people do this in the past, not very often, but clearly it's possible. Okay, Living Saint needs to get moving. He's got to get his God Helm over here. Oh, we've got the Royal Guard right here. They should be firing at the Riders of the Golden Wood. Get them on the other side of the hill. Pronto. Come on, Panther. Well, this is your artillery crew that's in trouble. Okay, Living Saint is there. Oh, this is not good. Living Saint could lose all his crew here if he's not careful. 8 down to 18. With the Royal Guard here. They're running away. They shouldn't be running away. They got to get the God. If they wanted to stop this again, they simply put the God Helm right here, and just keep an eye on those riders there while we get Panther to reclaim his trebuchet. Looking at the map, it looks like the defenders brought their cav, all their cav, inside the city. And it looks like they lost 2 riders there. It's not that hard to reclaim the trebuchet. You just put the gold helm, as I said, right here. Crew comes in, grabs the trebuchet, gets it out of there. He's that worried about it. You probably shouldn't keep it there as long as the riders of the Golden Wood are in play. It looks like we've got some movement here on the bridges. They're halfway across. But also might engage them until they get to the other side, because they are crossbows, they don't have the best range. Looks like we've got a lot of units here going for the bridges. So I wonder where Panther will choose to reclaim his trebuchet. He can easily do it, as I always say. Just got to make sure Saint covers his approach and just covers him until he leaves. Just keeping an eye on the riders. Crew's approaching. Okay, here we go. Panther is establishing a guard, but they won't be able to shoot the riders from where they are. They've got to make sure they've got a good line of sight themselves. Yeah. Is Gotham going to make a play for him? Yep, yeah, here he comes. Here he comes. Okay, Panther's got to get his forces moving here. Okay, Saint's back. Yeah, okay, Saint's getting into position. He's going to try and cover him. He's got to get going. Here comes Gothmog. Okay, Panther's getting his crew out of there. Here we go. Down to 9 now. Saint should not be running away. Saint should be shooting him, staying there. You know, the whole point of Saint's presence, I think, is to protect Panther as he tries to get his trebuchet. They've got to get this trebuchet back. What they are doing right now is just shooting themselves in the foot. This is not good play right now. The God Helm is as accurate as the Riders of the Golden Wood. Saint has the ability to keep Lotharian at bay here, but he's not doing it. He's just afraid right now. He's making a mistake. But it looks like we don't have too much more going on. Belegar Archer's coming in. Okay, awesome. These are crossbows, so I don't think crossbows accuracy can be really affected the same way that archers can. But I think it's a good idea he sort of spreads out his forces a little bit here. They're too bunched up. He's just making it easier for the enemy to shoot back at him and get extra hits. Here we go. Oh, who are they shooting at? Yeah, they are shooting at these guys. We got a bunch of Belegar Archers here. No, they're not firing. Tommy is being very wise here, as his name suggests. If he came across that bridge right now, the sharpshooters are in a perfect location to take out most of them before they even get across and spread out. The Trumpster probably chose the right bridge to come across here. Furthest away, it gives him a chance to sort of get his troops into loose formation before the sharpshooters can really get a beat on his men. See, they bunched themselves up a little bit as they came across, and sharpshooters did what they do best. Took them down. They're out of range right now, I think. Have a look. Yep. So, if Tommy and the Trumpster want to get across here effectively, then Do what Trumpster did, get his troops into loose formation before he crosses the bridge, then just run him across, establish him across the little plateau we got here, down here, and just shoot up and try and take out or damage the mid-hero sharpshooters. I mean, the sharpshooters are really only that deadly as long as they're in tight formation. The Trumpster, I think, did it right first, but then for some reason he just abandoned his attack, and probably wasn't a good idea. They want to try and get Awesome to use his ammunition here on 1 or 2 units out of the entire army. Okay, looks like Panther's trying to make another play here for his trebuchet. He's using the Royal Guard, won't be as effective as the God Helm, obviously. Riders are there, they're watching him. Gothmog is just waiting for that crew to come back. Seriously though, if the God Helm would just join the ranks here of the Royal Guard, I'm sure they could deter the riders and protect the crew. I mean, that hill is just going to get in their way. Okay guys, so the Trebuchet crew made another run for it. As soon as they did, the Riders of the Golden Woods sprang into action. As I thought, the Royal Guard is not enough to deter these guys. They need the God Helm over here. The God Helm definitely has better range and is far more accurate. We've got Watchers of the Golden Wood coming over here, along with the Kindred of Calibron. This is tying up a lot of Gothmog's elites here. I don't think he needs the Watchers or the Kindred. I think the Riders are doing the job just fine on their own. They're not firing the targets out of range. But they're coming back anyway. Oh, here we go. Oh, he's going to kill him anyway. Where he is, he can still hit him. They've lost one Trebuchet crew. No. Panther waited too long. That's bloody unlucky there. They lost the Trebuchet and had most of its ammunition still available to them. Good sniping there from Gothmog. Well played. Alright, so Dorwinian and Umbar made another play for the other side. Trumpster got his Belliger Footman here just to deter any cav. They are light spearmen, and they are in loose formation, making it difficult for the Lancers to get a bead on them. A unit will definitely survive longer in loose formation than they ever would in tight formation. But Shield Wall, I suppose, does help as well. Newarine Vanguard, as I said, didn't get really any kills there. The footmen really handled themselves well. Okay, but the other marksman unit lost more than half their troops already to the crossbows. The sharpshooters, I don't know who they're firing at the moment. Oh, they're shooting at the fresh unit of Ever Marksman coming across right here. Sharpshooters are not firing at all. They're choosing to just absorb this fire right now. How's that panning out for them? I'm seeing a lot of blood splatter there. Yeah. This part here is not awesome as follow. I know we see this all the time. They do this when they're sorry, I can't even say it. When they're reforming, they always somehow decide to group into a little circle, run around like once or twice, and then spread out again. And when that happens, boy, are you vulnerable. Okay, whenever I see my opponent do that, I immediately start clicking if I can. I immediately start just focusing everything I can on that point. Because I know I can get as many hits, I can maximize my kills, my damage on my opponent. It just makes it easier to take them down when they do that. We've got Evelyn Marksman here, a full unit in tight formation here, and Awesome should be taking full advantage of that. I don't know what Tommy's thinking by doing that. But he's lucky Awesome wasn't ready for it.
We're under attack.
92, so they've lost about 20 men so far. Awesome adopting a more conservative approach here with his ammunition. Probably a good idea. Although he still does have 3 units of Minotaur and Gatekeepers here. And they're just waiting for the attackers to peek their heads through that cannon and go into the city. As soon as they do that, Awesome will go to town on them. Probably going to go for the Belagar Archers, I think. They'll get secondary hits here. I'm not doing any interest, but they are going for mostly the Umbara Archers. So head back over here. You might have some action going on over here. Alright, this is interesting. Panther is attacking the enemy, but he's doing so in a way that allows the attackers to get a beat on his troops. Instead of facing them this way, he's facing them side on. We've got Snugger Skirmishers here. Let's see how many javelins come in here. Got a few javelins coming in. We've got a lot of arrows there. We've got nomadic infantry mixed in with. Is it just nomadic infantry? Yeah, it's just one unit of infantry mixed in with some Snugger archers. March Orders of the Wood too. It is 6% to 3%. The Orientina Warriors already have ammunition, but they have got a lot of kills so far, so they've been firing for quite a while, it would seem. Now, the Orientina Warriors, they're pretty decent in melee combat, I will have to say. Both units now appear to be out of ammunition, so, you know, Living Saint's got to be a little bit conservative with his ammo. Doesn't want to use it all too quickly. Nimrod is definitely keeping his steel bows, I think, in reserve. We've got him up here, in fact. Both got Armored Sword and more than steel bows here. The defenders are keeping most of their reinforcements back a little bit, so they've got to be concerned if the defenders go for a big push here. I don't know if they have the troops to really stop them, or get them up here in time to stop them. They don't want to lose the plateau too soon. You want to try and hold it and keep most of your enemy in this really, I want to say, this death pocket. This whole area is a death trap for the defenders, and you don't want to lose it. We've got Orientina Warriors pushing out a little bit here. Variag Warriors coming in. They'll definitely go toe to toe. Variag Warriors should win here. Manor Coast backing them up. They're pretty decent in the melee too, but they hate arrow fire. Now what can the Drag Breathings do here? Jet Brilliance now just have to surge forward, Mountaineer Coast follow them. And then before you know it, the non-tune warriors will break, they'll be gone. They've got a big push coming here, they're stacking up. Panther should see the signs here and get ready. They're not moving. We'll come back in a second. Tommy's trying to hit Awesome up here. As you can see, it's not easy. Tommy should probably should try to save his ammunition. I'm not really getting a lot of hits here. Now, I have no idea why we got Awesome and Panther really clumping up their units like this instead of just spreading them out. We got Matters Guardians here. We got forces from all three defenders just waiting in the city, waiting for the attackers to come through. And the armies are on the way. Okay, troll drummers are there, boost morale. Panther still hasn't reacted to it. Oh no, we've got the shadow bows here. Yeah, that would be pretty good. Be really good, in fact. But what's his target going to be, I wonder? Okay, they're shooting at Mount Ura Coast. I'm wondering how many of them are actually firing. Warriors steady. Okay, the Demon Shadows just fell back. We've got a large clumping of troops here. As soon as these defending forces break, it's open season. Looks like Firewolf knows this. He's trying to keep his men relatively separate. At least saw him run back the narrow footman before. Narrow footman, sorry. Snow Troll's coming up. It's 10% to 8%. Let's head over here. Doesn't look like we had any more skirmishes over here. We got the last Trebuchet survivor. Just again, damn, we should have planned that earlier. should have planned that better. He's just walking off, just kicking the ground, saying, "Damn it!" Okay, Shadowbow's getting ready to fire again. Shadowbow fire coming in all over the place. Okay, Guethe Arthane coming in. Pretty good. Seafarers and Nimos moving up, but they need some men over here. He's got them. That's a good thing. It's the same unit too, just for some reason they split out, some sort of pathfinding glitch, I don't know. Snow Troll's a little bloodied up here. Tell you what though. Like, where is the Adinian Shadowbow fire in here? We've got so many troops here blobbed up. This is like Ranger Heaven right now. Probably a really bad time to bring up the steel bows. Light armored, medium armored troops against Ranger fire. Jeez, there's no comparison. Wrong time to bring up the steel bows. Steel bows are AP, we'll get a lot of kills here, but better off saving that for more heavily armored troops. Cave Troll's getting damaged pretty bad now. The new one in the steel bow fire is proving itself to be very accurate. Okay, Pimp's Cave Troll's down to 8. I saw that German fire go up and thought, geez, those Germans are taking a long time to come back down. I saw them go up, I didn't see them come back down for a little while. But the Indian Shadowbows, are they out of ammunition? Is that the reason they're not firing anymore? No, they're going back. Okay, we'll head back there in a second. I'm just going to check out this. Okay, Awesome has brought up 2 or 3 units of, I think it's just 2 units here of sharpshooters, but they're really getting in each other's way here. This is Awesome's just hurting himself by putting these troops into such a clumped up formation, and the Rangers are needed on the other side. Doesn't look like they're sending over their troops yet, and the Rangers can't hit these guys here. That would be nice if they could. The crossbows maybe should have a good shot, good chance at it. Like even here. I wonder if the crossbows could fire down. They probably could. They're pretty good at lobbing their bolts down. Okay. There's some pneumatic roars there, firing the javelins. They're going to be pretty effective that way. Goblin Spears, 22. I can see them reloading. I don't know where they're firing. I can't see any bolts come by. Okay, that's what they're doing. But they're just firing on one unit here. Here they can get hits on multiple units. And the thing I love about the pneumatic marauders is that they can really spread themselves out on such a wide area, making it very difficult for any archer unit to get a real beat on. It would take a lot of ammo to bring such a unit down. And it really deters their opponents from shooting at them. Like, we've got sniper skirmishers here, bunched up, perfect for ranger fire. They'll take most of them down 10 seconds. It's 21 now to 15. It looks like Nimrod's just sort of, Panther's just keeping his Doom Shadowbows in reserve right now. There's no way down the hill that way, I don't think. Okay, Seafarers and Nimros. They're loading up, but who will they shoot at, I wonder? Here we go. No. Going to hurt the attack. Very satisfying. Very nice. Followed his spear down to 86, sorry. They lost a few men there. Defenders shoring up their defense. They've beaten back the attackers here. Cohort's got to turn around here and face the Heavy Goblin Halberds. We've got a fresh unit of Mount Uruk Host. The attackers are committing a lot here to this assault. How are they going over here? They're still sort of staging. They're getting ready. They want to commit. They want to basically take the plunge, but they're so nervous about those crossbows up there that it's giving them a ton of pause. It's the only reason they haven't committed to the attack yet. Yeah, see, they're lobbing their bolts like that. I think are they trying to hit an invisible unit or something? Trying to hit the Relic shield bearers. They probably should try and shoot the Watchers of the Golden Wood while they can. There we go. Here we go. Down timber!
We're under attack!
See, he can hit them. So why he doesn't just keep up that keep that fire up, I don't know. You can't hit your enemy down there. About halfway through this battle, guys. Sweet, juicy hits there, all of them. Yeah, we've got Elven Marksmen, obviously Belagar Archers. Marksmen here, they used up their mission? Yep, they have. See, Trumpster and Tommy are doing their best to cover the armies here. But, you know, they've gotten a few kills here, but despite all this arrow fire, they're not getting too much. But, you know, what can you do? You gotta do something. Still got Dunedain Rangers here. Also might save these guys till the last stand, if there is a last stand, I don't know. But look, what Trump and Tommy are probably really counting on is their allies over here. I think this battle here will determine the shape of the other one. These guys here have got to break through. And Panther's got to hold. A lot of pressure here on Panther. And to a point, Living Saint here as well. This is a combination here, Panther and Living Saint forces. Looks like the Both Arthane has been exhausted here, so Saint's committed some of his best troops here. The muscle of the elves is probably the only reason this area hasn't fallen yet. Numenor is good, but they're not as good as the elves. Got some great fire there from the Dunedain Shadowbows. Enemy troops getting very bloodied up. Okay. Panther and Saint looking pretty good on this side, not so good on this side. The only troops left standing are the elves. We've got some Neuron and Shield Guard here, but they're so far back. There's a huge gap that's opened up here. And we've got Firewolf exploiting that gap by trying to attack and outflank the elves. We've got some Black Urks in the mountains, a unit of 199. So Pimp's plan is probably just to keep the Numenor back or at bay, while Firewolf tries to just take down the Bruno River Wards and maybe try to outflank Panther and the Saints forces over here as well, once these guys are gone. But you know, there's a gap here too. They can get a unit in there and alright. So Pimp's relying a bit here on his Goblin Spears. Mandara Coast needs to go in there. The spears are now broken. Okay, Pimp's trying to reinforce this area. So Panther, I should say, is trying to reinforce this area now. Saint setting up more forces too. The attackers were making a lot of progress here. The defenders are doing their best to undo it. Who's firing in now? Hearthguard of Al-Mansur. Good archer unit, does a lot of damage. Those rewards were holding for a long time very well. They only started to fall quickly once the attackers managed to outflank them. Oh, that's a ballsy move there from Pimp. He did well. He's got his Black Urks into the backs here of the elves. This defense was solid here, but we could see a change in outcome. I mean, Panther or Saints, we've got Swordmasters right here. Saints should be scrambling to get his men to take out those Black Urks. They're causing a lot of problems here for the defenders. To jeopardize the whole defense. So, you know, this is the time for Panther or Saint to really snap their fingers and get moving. They've got to take out these Black Urks here. Just look at that. Tons of enemies in front of you, tons of enemies coming in. Defenders pretty exposed here, it would seem. We've got, what do we have here? Varag Bowman firing in. It's a shame Pimp didn't bring up his heavy goblin crossbows over here. I mean, I think he's got them over there. He does. Black Bear Mountain Berserkers not doing anything here. Look, if you're going to set up your elites and put them in the line of fire in the crosshairs, they're better off being in the attack. We know, I think the Aegean Shadowbows don't have any more ammunition. We haven't seen them fire for some time here. The Berserkers probably should be sent in or sent back. Never put in danger if you're not going to use them. Alright, good for Panther. He's got a unit here, I think, cohort behind the Black Urks now. It broke them straight away. They should have done that earlier. As a result, the Black Urks were allowed to wreak havoc there, and they've pretty much reduced this attack to, I was going to say 50% strength, but got the attackers surging forward here, so now it's like 40% strength. They're doing their best. Got a lot of arrow fire coming in from the attackers now. We've got men falling left, right and centre, elves too. Who we got up there? Godhelm. Now, Godhelm's target? Who's that? Lowering archers? It's a toss-up. I might personally go for the Cave Troll Grummers. They are boosting the morale of this attack. Giving their troops and allies maybe a bonus. He's got Helm annihilating the Lorien archers here though. Okay, the attack is in full swing here. There you go, Awesome doing exactly what I thought he would do. It looks like this attack has really only just started. I'm not seeing too... I would expect to see more dead troops here, but you know, good for Trumpster. He's got his troops there. He's a Corondas Legion is safe there from the building. We've got Seldrin River Patrol and Evelyn Marksman in the crosshairs of the crossbows. The crossbows would definitely prefer to fire on the Corondas Legion. They are a far more deadlier unit in battle. That fire is courtesy, that pinpoint accuracy is courtesy of the Watchers of the Golden Wood, of course. It is 58 to 42%. It's a little bit weird we don't have any crossbow units over here firing in. I think the crossbows, I think you can fire up there from the crossbows. Even not, we know that he has do 9 ranges, so where are the rangers firing in here? They could definitely weaken this blob. Weaken this whole attack. Bellicus shield bearers there. We've got both the units of Wardens of Turngoth out here. Oh no, another sentry's coming in. That's a shield push. Shield bearers doing a great job just ramming their way through. Defenders scrambling, looking to stabilise that leak. They've really stacked up their ranks here though. I tell you what, the forces here need reinforcements. They need some firepower. There's the gatekeepers. I don't know where they're firing at though. Let's go and have a look, see where they're aiming. Okay, we've got Duno Rangers here. That's lucky. Yeah, they're firing to the blob here, Duno Rangers. Good work, Olsen. Well done. The attackers though need to start running through the city here. Try and use the buildings for whatever cover they can. Whatever cover they can get. Trumpster just trying to get his men into the faces of his enemy as close as he can. Ranger fire continuing to come in though. 66 to 50 at the moment. Tharbad Warhammer is surrounded here, but it's only Bellic and Footman. But this will do more damage to the unit than they would if they tried to fight them head on. We've got Bellic of Axguard here outflanking the defenders.
The enemy are badly bloodied. They have lost half their men.
Tharbad Warhammer should still be able to do well. Axguard still, these guys here are a full unit. They haven't lost any men, I don't think. The Duno Rangers we're trying to fire on them. We've got McQuindy bows firing on the Maris Guardians and the Tharbad Warhammers, I think, to a degree. Okay, Living Saint getting himself out of there. He's abandoning his cover of the Tharbad Warhammers. This is Awesome's best melee unit. They need to pull back the Maris Guardians. That wasn't a good idea. We got Wardens here seemingly being left alone. And we had the crossbows from Trumpster charged into him by accident. That was pure accident. Nothing more. He just didn't notice him. Alright, we got a lot of troops here, but they're contained so far. Awesome is sending over more troops. He's got 2 units here, Mantram Gatekeepers, out of ammunition. And there goes his general.
His troops will lose their will to fight.
I think the Maris Guardians are actually coming back to the fight, but they're a little bit too late to the party. He's got 2 units of them here, in fact. Now, I think Living Saint needs to just sort of click and run his second unit of Maris Guardians into this point here. Try to outflank the Nandor Glade Guard, and then together push with the Tharbad Warhammers in this direction. Try and take out the McQuindy bows. He's got another unit here already engaged, the Bellic of Axguard. I mean, Living Saint can actually win here with Awesome. He's just got to get his men closer into the fight. Right now they're pretty exposed here to the McQuindy bows. We see the arrow fire coming in. Yeah, this unit's not doing anything right now. Living Saint's got to get him into the fight. He's got to charge him in. He's going to try and push. I think he's got enough strength and power to win here. He's just got to take out these units, and then he can actually outflank the Trumpster here and attack him from the rear, which would enable them to destroy this attacking army much faster without losing as many troops. And look, they got to do that quickly, because if you look over here, how's this attack going? No, I am impressed. The attackers have pretty much been defeated here.
The enemy are badly bloodied.
They're running out of strength. Panther and Living Saint has managed to hold here together. They did well. William Protector's reloading. The attackers are still getting a lot of good shots on their troops here. So I wouldn't count the attackers here out just yet. We've got Eldamie archers here from Living Saint. Their fire's coming in. $80 to 65. I wonder where the Kindred of Celeborn is. We've got Seer and Amoth Rangers here. I think they're firing into the Adenium Shadowbows. Down to 86. Pimp's got his crossbows down there. Okay, 82 to 67. How are we going here? Phrasm Swordmaster is being sent up. Darbo Warhammer's down to 38. Trumpster has an opportunity to get some good fire there into the backs of the Malaris Guardians. Just got to keep their troops out of their way. Come on, guys, load up. Here we go. This will be good. Tommy's got to get out of his way. Those crossbows can do more damage than that Nandor Blade Guard can any day. Casimir's range is down to 2. Harbinger's Casimir going one-on-one against the Pharazim Swordmasters. Not a good fight there from the Windy Bows. We'll just watch this fight just for a minute. Okay, Mkundibo's fresh out of ammunition. Fresh out of ammunition, that doesn't make sense. Okay, Kidra Caliborn firing in. Okay, we've got a lot of fire here from Tommy. 87 to 76, so the attackers are closing the gap here. And they've set up their attack. They were looking pretty dire here before. They were in dire straits before, but it looks like the attackers have brought this battle back to par. Now it's a real toss-up here from the plateau.
Are badly bloodied. They have lost half their men.
88 to 78. Now the attackers actually finally have the muscle to win here. They've got the Blackburn Mountain Berserkers in the front. Most of the defending troops here are bloodied up. Most of the elves, more importantly, are gone. And we've got Numenorian troops here that are just really tired. I think the attackers have enough to get through here. Now, this is by no means over if they get through here, which I think they will. We got some small battles here on the bridges, it would seem. We've got seafarers here and some. No, is it God Helen? It is God Helen against the Nurad Stormguard here, which most of them are actually facing the wrong way here, which is a little bit odd. Nurad Stormguard should be able to do pretty well here, but I don't know why they're facing the wrong way. Maybe Firewolf doesn't know they're in the fight, I don't know. Most of them, look, they only do this when they're not being engaged by the attacker. They only turn to fight when they're being, well, when they're being individually engaged themselves. Which is why we only see a few troops fighting here, and the rest not. There you go, they're turning around now.
Our ally lies dead, slain by the enemy. We must help his men avenge him.
Alright, Firewolf just lost his general, but he did turn his troops around. They are now all fighting. They should do alright there, I reckon. Nurad Stormguard should be able to get a few kills there. I think the defenders can win that fight. How's this battle going? Okay, we've got Kindred of Celeborn here. Arbiters of Casimir winning out here over the Pharazim Swordmasters, it would seem. The Evelyn Hammerguard has also shown up. Yeah, they definitely look far better than they ever did. They looked like, well, forgive the language, wimps compared to what they look like now. They look like tough, mean, intimidating troops compared to what they once were, which was just a purple-robed two-hammer unit. Sorry, two-handed hammer. With little armour on them, you see. The real buffed-up version of their former selves. Mentor and Gatekeepers here, down to 80. Tommy Wiseau has a unit of McQuindy bows just standing randomly back here. Is he going to fire straight into him or what? This is getting very weird. I wonder if this building will impede their accuracy. I guess we will find out. Well, here we go. 93 to 87, so they brought it back within 6%. And those McQuinty bows have a great line of sight there to those troops. So we've got Kindred of Kelbron here from Gothmog. They can delay the Menacing Gatekeepers, protecting the McQuinty bows. Those Gatekeepers really will probably want to get into the McQuinty bow ranks. So it looks like that's exactly what they're trying to do, but the Kindred of Kelbron is just in their way. Okay, 93 to 88. Great Dane Marindane here from Living Saint, down to 32. They're armoured up too, by the way. No time to celebrate, guys. This battle's far from over. Alright, Tommy trying to keep his bows alive here. He's just running them away right now. What's going on over here? Panther and Living know what they're doing. The attackers are through. We've got some heavy bow and crossbows here. So they're just firing into the LME Swordmasters. Goblin King's bodyguard here from Pimp. First time we've actually seen them so far in the battle. And most of the unit is still alive. A little bit bloodied up, but you know, for the most part, most of them are still alive. I don't know where the Black Bear and Berserkers are. They might be gone, I don't know. Royal Guard down to 20. Azog's coming over to say hi, or not. He's just running, I don't know what he's doing yet. He's running away, coming, I don't know. Panther should probably get his Seafarers out of there, likewise with Saint and his God Helm. What did Tommy do with his McQuinty bows? They're right there. Okay, they're reloading. And they're all facing this direction. Oh, they're all shooting upwards here. He should stop firing immediately. That's too much friendly fire for my liking. Harmage is down to 17. 94 to 92. McQuinty bow 75, out of ammunition. Charging into the fight. No sentries here broke, unit of 13. Hey, Tommy saved Trumpster's general. I think this is a general on general fight here we could have. I'll stay out of this with McQuinty bows.
Our men have slain the enemy general. Without him, his troops will lose their will to fight.
Oh, was it? That was... No, it was a general fight. Anyway, I think that was Tommy's general that did that. Alright. They're weeding them out. Kindred of Kelbron still has ammunition. That is surprising.
Behold how our cowardly foe runs. It's time to press the attack.
Okay, I've got Neuron Halberds here. I've got some God Helm being sent in. Okay, if someone's just admitted defeat then. God Helm will win that. Don't know where the attackers are going. Just no Sentinels. So Panther's sort of sallying out here a little bit. 95 to 94. Do they have any more troops up here? It doesn't appear so. So Panther's pretty much sending everything down here. Mini bows. They still have ammunition here.
Our allies have fled the field like cowards.
I don't know what Panther's plan is. Oh, here we go.
We're under attack.
Well, we know what Gothmog's plan is. Royal Legion down to 82. Pretty much Panther's just got to cross his fingers and hope Gothmog runs out of ammunition soon. $95 to $95. He's got his McQuinny bows up here, shooting into the backs of the Seafarers and the Moss and Nauru Sentinels. $95 to $96.
The battle is very much in our favor. Victory will be ours.
Well, there's McQuinny bows obviously got chased off somewhere. They're right here. Panthers Royal Legion down to 43, so they're down to half strength pretty much. Just below half strength. They're doing alright here against the McQuinny bows. Can they fight off another 100?
battle is very much in our favor. Victory will be ours.
96 to 98. I think the attackers. I think all the momentum, sorry, is with the attackers.
The enemy army flees the field. Pursue and run them down.
Alright, Panther Sentinels are now down. The last battle's over here, and that's it. Gonna fast forward to the end here. 96 to 99. Oh, it must have crashed then and there, but it was pretty much over. There was no denying he was going to win there. The only downside is we don't get to see the kill counts. So maybe if Panther, Trumpster, Pimp, and Tommy Wiseau would just post their kill count totals in the description below, that'd be great. In the comment section below. That'd be much appreciated. Thank you to Tommy Wiseau, Pimp, and Trumpster for sending me the replay. This is Scouts of Entertainment signing off. Catch you guys in the next one.